Hello friends, welcome to another learning workshop. In our workshop today, we will learn how gratitude helps us build our resilience. I would want to share this with you through a client of mine, Nirja, with her due permission. Just to give you a little bit of a background here, Nirja and I were working on a workplace challenge. But while doing so, in some of her narratives, we found these. These emotions, feelings, and mindset. And what you see on your screen right now is a condensed view of it. When I and Nirja together were working on a deep dive session, and here's what we found. I have written this in a very generic way, not sharing other confidential data about Nirja's issue with me, with the work we were doing and all that she had shared with me, for the privacy clause that I hold with my clients. However, this generic thing, why am I sharing you this with, is to help you understand that these are some of the very common symptoms of when you lack an attitude of gratitude in your life. So if you in any point feel that it is quite similar, it resonates with you at a personal level, at an individual level. And just like Nirja, you find yourself also a bit caught up in a vicious circle of stress and a bit dissatisfied with life, holding a negative outlook. Maybe, just like Nirja, you are in need of developing, cultivating an attitude of gratitude. Here are some more which we found, and this was very closely linked to the challenge work at her workspace that me and Nirja were actually doing. This is a subset of what you're seeing on your screen. And to really help her build that, I gave Nirja a very simple tool. Something, if we practice it with a consistent practice over a long period of time, can really help bring about major and profound changes, not only in our brain, but in our overall life. And that's how you change your mindset. So I gave Nirja a tool of practicing gratitude every single day. And what I'm about to share with you in a minute from now is basically the science behind how, when we practice gratitude, what really goes on inside our brains, what is really happening, and how such a simple practice can bring in such profound changes. So to begin with, friends, the practice of gratitude can actually bring in a major neurological changes inside your brain. It has proven by science that a practice of gratitude helps in stress reduction, and rewriting the script here is changing the deeply embedded negativity in your subconscious mind. Let's look at it in a little more detailed manner. What you see on your screen here is a diagram of a human brain, and this front portion of it, this arrow, this is called the prefrontal cortex engagement. It is also called MPFC. M stands for medial prefrontal cortex. And this is an area which usually involves in processing of our emotions and our cognition. It is also called the executive part of our brain, which takes most of the decisions, and here's where the deep thinking happens. Now, when you practice gratitude here, this area is heavily involved, which not only promotes a healthier brain, but it helps in processing your emotions the right way. Next comes this entire activation of reward pathways. Now, every time you have a thought in your head, or you make a decision, or you store a belief, or you experience something, every part of your brain comes together and it creates pathways through the help of neurons. Now, when you practice gratitude in a very similar manner, you are activating this reward pathways with just a simple practice of writing down what you are grateful for. This reward pathways release a chemical by name dopamine, which is a major neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward, and which gets when it gets released, it also helps in reinforcing positive behaviors and contribute to a sense of well-being. That is the reason why dopamine is something people constantly look for such activities, and you will be more happy to learn that just a practice of gratitude will help release this activation of dopamine inside your brain, filling you up with all positive energy and flushing your brain with a sense of well-being and lot of positivity. Then we have the hippocampus activation. Hippocampus is this part of the brain which is a region associated with memory and learning. And when we process or practice gratitude, our expression of gratitude or feeling grateful help us this particular memory function to fill and rewrite that's in our subconscious mind all the positive events contributing to a more positive outlook on life. Here's more. This part of our brain is the amygdala, which is very close to hippocampus, which we just saw, which is associated with memory and learning. Now, amygdala is that part of our brain which process our emotions, specifically the negative ones like fear and anxiety. So when you practice gratitude and you try to cultivate attitude of gratitude, looking for things you're grateful for, this region automatically becomes more calmer because you are now amplifying the energy of gratitude inside your brain to such an extent where the negative ones like fear and anxiety, their amplitude is drastically brought down. And with the reduced activity in this area, you find yourself more in a non-reactive and a calm state. Similarly, a practice of gratitude also has seen that inside our brain, when we practice gratitude, there's a release of oxytocin, also referred to as the love hormone or the bonding hormone. With flush of this particular chemical release in our brain, you find yourself in a state of mind where it helps you play a role in social bonding, being more positive in your social interactions, and help you, assist you in trusting others while strengthening your social connections. So this particular release of oxytocin also helps you not all the time being negative, skeptical, or second guessing everything. And this again can be further enhanced with the practice of gratitude. Have a glimpse of this is our brain, and this picture speaks about the various neurons we have. As per the recent data, an adult human brain contains approximately 86 billion neurons, and they play a key role in transmitting and processing information inside our brain. A practice of gratitude can promote its overall well-being, gifting us with a positive outlook that we all seek. So back to our practice, I then gave Neerja this simple technique, which I guess you can just also, pause the video here and make a note of it. It is just one question. Every single morning or evening, whichever time is convenient for you, just pen down 3 things you are grateful for. Now, friends, you don't really have to write some major things or major achievements. A sunshine, a blooming flower, a clear day, a smile of your child, anything can be considered a thing you can be grateful for. Also remember, we may all not have days where everything is just going as we have planned. We have our share of bad days and challenges. But yet, even on those days, when you sit down and list the 3 things you're grateful for, you are training your brain to look for the positive in any given situation. This is the way you rewrite the script in your subconscious mind, and this is the way you promote mental health and well-being. This won't come overnight. You just need to practice it the way Nirja did, and you will find profound changes in your overall physical and mental health. These are some of the examples of the way you can make a note of it. You can create a gratitude list, or simply write, I am grateful for, or whichever way you feel convenient. Nirja's story, after 30 days of consistent practice every single day, Nirja was able to gift herself, in the words of Eckhart Tolle, the life of abundance, wherein acknowledging the good you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Her scarcity mindset was replaced by abundance as she continued on with her practice of gratitude. Today, this is how you will find Nirja. She's in fact have imbibed it deep inside her, this attitude of being grateful for everything. And that came in through a simple practice of writing 3 things she was grateful for every single day. Today, Nirja is calm, content, non-reactive. She's out of that dissatisfaction mode and negative mode she always had. She's quite clear in her head what she wants. And her energy levels are exactly as how her role demands, both at workspace and in her personal life. That's it for today, friends. If you would like to learn more about how to build your resilience and promote your mental health, here are my coordinates. Connect with me and I'll talk to you soon.